Hello, hello, welcome back. It is Dana. We are here doing One Tree Hill, Season 2, Episode 4. You can't always get what you want. So, quickest of all recaps. In the previous episode, we had Haley and Nathan having parallel, I guess is a good word for it, bachelor and bachelorette parties. Even though Brooke kept swearing up and down it was a bridal shower. It was not a bridal shower. It was a bachelorette party, even though they're already married. So, I think it was Tim, wanted to get a stripper for the bachelor party, and Nathan didn't want one. He's like, I'm already married, blah, blah, blah. Haley certainly didn't want one for him, but she was kind of, as best as she could, deciding to go along with the flow. Make a very long story short, the stripper does not show up until the bachelor party is over. She comes over and essentially, doesn't want to leave, and she kind of comes on to Nathan a bit, and it turns out that pretty much they just play video games. And then we see her, trying to sort of seduce him, and she goes into the bedroom, and then, the shot cuts, and then we see Nathan come into the bedroom, and it's obviously not her, it's Haley, who had a crazy time at her own bachelorette party, but they are just happy, and they're just happy with each other, essentially. The only other, things that I think need to be mentioned, because they're the things that I remember, essentially, is that Lucas has decided he's going to start working at the cafe, so that Karen can go back and take some classes at school. And Nathan is working for Keith at the car dealership while Dan is in the hospital. And it's hopefully Nathan will finally get some of that father figure parental advice that Keith has been able to give to Lucas all of this time. Because I don't know what the hell is happening with Dan and his post-heart attack life, so I guess we'll see. But that was my quick recap, and I'm sure I missed a ton of stuff. So, here we go. One Tree Hill, Season 2, Episode 4. Let's do it.
Excuse me?
Oh, maybe that's not her father.
Okay, look, I don't know what my mom told you, but here's the drill. Pool boys don't get swimming privileges.
Lo siento.
Who is
Right.
this guy?
Siento, you too. Get a outing.
Maybe you should find out who he is, because it seems obvious he's not the pool boy, and he's also naked?
What, you lose your suit?
Yo no uso eso.
Okay. I ditched Spanish the day they covered the naked verbs. You swim here. Okay?
Okay. Por ahí te veo.
I don't know what any of that means, but maybe we should figure out what the hell's going on.
Every night I watch you sleep. Peace and dreams I hope you'll keep until you're dead with your last breath.
What is she
Are you
doing?
writing a song, or are you planning on killing me?
Hey!
Officially, I'm writing a new song. Unofficially, I'd watch your back. By the way, I found a new car on the internet. It's great.
Define great.
$500? Great. Which is actually $36 less than we've got in the wish dish, so we could probably spring for a full tank of gas.
Well, my wish was more along the lines of TiVo, surround sound.
Well, a car will get you off the bus before Keith fires you for being late. We just take a look at it. If it's a piece of junk, keep looking.
Okay.
Deal.
And make sure the trunk's big enough to fit your body. Just in case.
Oh, he looks like a hot mess.
You okay?
No, look at him.
I'm gonna order some lawn gnomes.
Why?
Looks a little bare.
It's a nice day. You want to try a walk?
Okay.
Maybe later.
So now he's a happy, good guy.
Hey, Lucas. Actually, I was looking for you.
Stay on the couch
I just
post-heart
wanted to say
attack
I'm sorry.
guy?
Can I ask you for some advice? You're just the only woman I know that runs a business, and I've got this crazy idea. Well, I like crazy ideas. What is it? Okay, it is impossible to see good live music in this town without a fake ID. So I went to Thud, and I suggested they sponsor an all-ages night. You know, not like here at the cafe, but like a club night. That sounds great. Yeah, I thought so too, but no takers so far. And the other club managers find out I'm in high school, and it kind of ends there. It only takes one person to say yes, babe. If you believe in it, see it through. Eventually someone else will see it too.
I like her so much. And I love that Peyton's getting like a maternal figure sort of out of that. Oh, God. Just turn him around.
Dad. How's it going? Oh, pretty good, son. You know I'm proud of you.
Well, at least the cardboard one's polite. You know, Nathan, you're not going to be detailing cars forever. I'm going to find you something, better.
You know, it's cool. Whatever I have to do. I mean, just treat me like any other employee who has no skills and whose last name isn't Scott.
Okay, I will.
Do you think he meant that?
I have a favor to ask.
Oh, so now you are like any other employee.
Well, me and Haley have been saving up for a used car, and, well, she found one she likes, but I don't know anything about cars. So I was wondering if you could check one out with me tomorrow.
I'd be happy to, as long as you don't spread that. I don't know anything about cars around the dealership. Look, I know this isn't exactly glamorous, but you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here. It's nice to be around family.
Aw. I'm so happy. Look at how happy he is. And he's proud of himself. So much better than with Dan in the
All right, I'm
picture.
going to take
What do you mean? Oh, he's withdrawn, he's depressed. Well, the doctor did say mood swings were pretty common after a heart attack, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's more than that. He sits around watching TV.
Well,
to his rehab.
it's not really a
Can't reach him.
swing. It's just a
Without Nathan
down.
around, I don't know who can.
Oh, I guess
Bye.
Lucas can. Still too early for a
Lucas,
reconciliation
door's
or
open.
a, you know.
Want to have a seat?
Actually, I was wondering if you wanted to go out.
No, thanks. I'm not really up for it today.
Well, listen, you said you wanted to rehab together. Here I am.
Well, maybe later.
Today only. Take it or leave it.
All right, so we got him out of
Can you
there.
make it to the corner?
Of course. It's hard to be less than what you once were. You might not understand that.
No, that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
do.
I get it.
I'm not sure I'll ever play basketball at the same level ever again. Think about it every day.
Nathan doing okay?
Oh, you really want to know?
Yeah. I do. After all that's happened, he's still my son.
He's good, you know, he and Haley are happy. He's really likes it at the dealership.
Oh,
My dealership?
Yeah, Keith took him on. I thought you knew.
We're done here.
Hey, come on, it's not that far to the corner.
I said I'm done. My health, my call.
Okay.
all right.
Let me
Well,
just take you back to the house.
Lucas. Lucas, cool.
Good Dan lasted all of like 2.5 episodes. And
So,
this feels
Business 101, huh? Your business major?
more normal.
I'm not sure yet. It's my first college class.
And you taking Lit Hargrove? This guy's tough.
Is that bad?
Really?
No.
Not tough.
I heard he shot a guy in B school just to watch him die.
Is that guy the professor?
You're kidding?
Yes. Good luck.
Yeah. I feel like that thing has been done so many
Morning,
times.
folks. My name is Andy Hargrove. Welcome to my class.
That Business 101 on the board does not look like
Let's
a
talk
man's
about-
handwriting. And that looks like a man's handwriting.
Great. Can't run a business without it. Anyone disagree with me?
Oh, Karen does.
It's one in every class. Okay. So, what's your name?
Karen. And granted, I run a small cafe, but I found that if you treat people well, they come back. If you price things fairly, if you
make a quality product. You don't have to be ruthless to be successful.
Does anyone agree with that?
Oh, I guess
Well,
it's
that's
just
too bad,
us,
'cause she's
Karen.
right. Guys, come on. Look, I know that this class is titled Business 101, but I like to think of it as Zen business. All right, so everybody flunks today's lesson, except for Karen.
Is this gonna be a new love interest for Karen?
What are you doing here? You're the pool boy.
You no part here.
What the fuck?
Do you know this guy?
Is...
I've just seen him naked.
I don't... Who is he? Did her parents adopt a new child while... What the hell is happening?
I'm your new neighbor, which makes you the girl next door.
So why
In the
are
movie,
you
she was a porn
in my
star.
pool?
Huh. Well, I don't believe you, because if you were my neighbor, you'd know that house has its own pool.
I like yours better.
But that's not how
This
it
thing
works.
between us, it's inevitable.
What thing? There's no thing.
Come on. We fight, we flirt, maybe even slap me. But eventually we end up in this sack together. So how about we just skip the anger and cut right to the sex?
How about we cut right to the slap?
Guys,
Okay, it's part of the sex. Hey, Brooke, who's your friend?
He's no friend of mine.
come on
Girl,
now.
I love it when you're sassy.
I really dislike
Oh,
this
how you doing,
guy.
man?
I mean, I'm sure I'm
Okay.
supposed to.
Enough. The been here forever guy. Hayden, Haley, this is Felix.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Girl, you are totally fun.
Dude, I'm totally married.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's the father? A little close, aren't you? Oh, I guess it's you.
She's not pregnant, but they are married.
Yeah, I saw the ring. Guess she likes poor guys.
What is wrong with people? And by people, I mean
This should be interesting.
that guy. I like
So I
that
showed him around.
Mouth is
Seems
getting a
pretty
little
cool.
more
His family,
involved
they
in
move like
stuff.
almost every year.
Listen,
I
may have screwed things
accidentally
up for you with Dan.
did something.
He asked about you and kind of mentioned the dealership gig. But you talked to him? Yeah. Like your mom's having trouble getting into rehab. So I figured maybe I'd give it a shot.
Try.
If that's cool with you. Honestly, after everything you know about the guy, are you sure you want to let him in?
No.
You know, when Dan had his heart attack, I figured, well, that's it. You know, we're never gonna know each other. But he didn't die.
Which we all hoped he would.
So it kind of makes me wonder if I don't take a chance now, will I regret it someday?
Which I get,
You do
but
what you need to do, man.
I don't think
You
you
know who he is.
should be doing this. Yeah.
I
But
want
you
to
know
fire
who he
Nathan.
is.
Name over the front door still says Dan Scott Motors.
Yep,
As long
and
as
here
I'm
we
running
go.
Things, I'm going to make hiring decisions as I see fit. You know, word is you actually got a heart in your chest, Dan. Why don't you try thinking of Nathan?
You know, Keith, if Nathan can support a wife, he'll never realize what a colossal mistake this marriage is.
Fuck
emancipated,
you!
Dan. That's his mistake to make. And if you want him fired, then you're going to have to look him in the eye and do it yourself when you come back to work. Until then, he stays.
So literally, he doesn't want him to have a job because he doesn't want him to be able to
It's all
support
attitude.
himself.
Just gotta work with the vibe you get.
Such an
Geeky and shy are
asshole.
not a vibe.
Packaging, my man. You're not geeky, you're sensitive. You're not shy, you're mysterious. Girls love that.
You don't know anything about girls, it doesn't
Anybody
seem
special you're
like.
looking to impress?
Brooke? Yeah.
Nah, I'm just, I'm playing the field.
Still mad?
Still here?
So what happened between you and Brooke?
You
Or was
just
it Peyton?
say I had them
Tell
both.
me it was both at the same time.
Oh, I didn't mean it. I meant
Dude,
it to
I
be
never
like
said a word, I swear. He's got, like,
snarky.
psychic superpowers.
not.
Nah. I've just been in 8 schools in the past 10 years. Learn how to read people. So, Brooke, Peyton, we're all just friends. That's your story.
Go back to wherever you came from. I hate characters who are like just here to like blow shit up for like dramatic purposes. Like, it's fine if our
Shit.
characters.
Do we get the car?
Close your eyes.
that we already
It's our
like
apartment?
have
Haley, come
drama.
on.
Don't just bring in
Alright,
people
what's
for the
that?
sake of
Alright.
drama.
Right. Wait a second. Wait a second. All right. Open.
Oh,
You love it?
how can we afford this?
What did you do?
Now you have something to compose on.
But you were going with Keith to look for a car.
Yeah, we did, but Keith said it was no good, so...
But now you can't get another car.
Nathan,
I don't think he
you have to take this back.
understands how finances work.
Haley, we can get a car anytime.
With what?
Exactly.
Magic
He
beans?
doesn't know what it's
Bean-
like to not have money.
Look, I know that you've never had to deal with money before. But things are different now. You can't just go out and buy a keyboard because you feel like it. We agreed on a car.
Haley, you are a really good musician, okay? I have a feeling about your music. It's gonna take you places.
It means a lot to me, Nathan.
It really
Yes,
does.
But what is going to take you to work?
All right, you know what? Fine. I was just trying to do something nice for you.
I
okay?
get it. I do,
You want to
but
do something nice for me? Get us a car like we talked about.
Okay, so what about this? Does this say, let me promote an all-ages club night? No.
no.
Not enough skin. Try this.
I mean, I actually think Brooke is right in this instance. You do want to look the part, and that's not it.
Oh, God, that much for two doilies and a piece of wire? You're not going to try it on?
Not today. Not today. Brooke Davis, this is a shopping day you will never, ever get back again. Hey, listen, if you're still waiting on your ATM card, I can print you the cash.
Oh, shit. I forgot
Dad
she had
just
no money.
Space to deposit to my account.
Okay.
Is that true? Oh, that looks much better.
Ah, now we're talking.
Yeah.
If this band manager is a guy, you are golden.
I like
You know,
it.
speaking of guys, can we just do 5 minutes on this Felix person?
Yes. He is hot and totally vibing on you, married girl. No wonder Nathan's jealous.
It's kind of weird. I've never had anything like that happen before.
Okay. But guys, how could he make Nathan jealous? This boy is repellent. I mean, he's been here, what, 5 seconds?
agree.
And he's already butting in everybody else's business, bossing people around, and acting like he owns the place. Come on.
He's like you.
What? Earth to Brooke, he's you in pants. He is not.
And Brooke is wearing pants right now, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I hate you both.
But they're right.
So what about you? Have you ever thought about growing a business?
Oh, sure.
But
I even drew up expansion plans, but it was never the right time.
Never is, you know. Just gotta figure it out as you go along. But if you ask me, the object of the game is to make a difference.
and I think she feels that way too.
Okay, all I'm saying is that a lot of kids would support live music if they had a night of their own, and you manage more than one band. Okay, so if you would just work with me on this, I know we could get a club owner to agree to try it out.
Look, my band doesn't play to kids. Play to shot and beer crowds, not high school proms.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that an all-ages club could work in this town.
Sorry, no dice.
Yeah, they could all be good nights if you guys would just quit your bitching and focus on what matters. But then again, what
Thanks,
do I know? You
Peyton.
know, I'm just a kid. But if I were you guys, I'd put my energy into the music. Otherwise, you'll be lucky to play the high school prom.
And no. Could they get Haley to be their singer? And is Karen gonna help expand?
Thanks for coming back.
I guess it's, I don't know.
Sorry about the crappy mood the other day. Problem is, the doctors won't let me drive yet.
So you
What?
want him to drive?
And what? Taking her for a spin? Tell me how she handles?
I
Any
mean,
kind of feedback would help. We can stop somewhere along the way and do some rehab. You game?
I don't...
Lucas, I can barely take a walk without gasping for air right now. At least I have my work. You'd really be helping me out.
This feels like a trick or a trap.
Job doesn't end getting the band, you know.
I don't
You
like
gotta take
it.
care of them. You gotta be part cheerleader, part babysitter, part therapist.
It's no problem. I can handle that.
What I'm saying is, you gotta look after all their needs. Food, drink, drugs.
Drugs.
I don't worry.
Women.
I'll set you up with the guys I buy from. They're reliable. I mean, the drug dealers, you don't want them house sitting or anything. But it won't burn you.
Oh,
I got a good sense about people. Young. But you
might be worth the risk.
No, thank you.
Thanks.
Here's your shot, kid.
This is what I have to do to get my
What do
shot?
you say?
I say no, thank you. Karen, can you help me?
You know how I told you that my credit card got declined because the bill got paid late?
Yeah.
It's a load of crap.
Well,
What
embezzlement,
happened?
Bro,
tax fraud.
my dad's company went under and doing this stupid bankruptcy thing, and my mom's telling me we might have to sell the house.
God, Brooke, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. I love being rich. I'm good at it.
So is that why Felix is getting under your skin? Because he's the rich guy next door?
Maybe.
Brooke, it's just money. You know?
Yeah.
There is so much more to you than that.
Yeah, but that's my favorite part.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
And I know, but she doesn't know how to live without it.
It's not gonna
That's
work out.
just part of who she is.
Lucas, right? Yeah? Nice wheels.
Thanks. You know you're on the wrong side of the road, right?
Yeah, I know. Want to air it out?
No, thank you.
Maybe some other time.
Come on, reaching for that girlfriend. What's her name? Brooke?
Ex-girlfriend.
Which was inevitable once I got to town.
Okay.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I hate both of those things.
Tell me you're gonna wipe the smirk off that punk's face.
No, no,
Come on, my T-bird could have taken him.
no. No. This is a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, Lucas, this is not you. Neither one of those cars handles particularly well. Well, it seems like Dan's having a good time. Get back on the correct side. There we go.
You did the right thing.
Yeah, you really did, but you shouldn't have been doing any of this at all.
Don't sweat it. Chicken's not for everyone. Who you got riding shotgun?
This is my...
Dan Scott, Scott Motors. When you're ready to trade up, come on down to the dealership.
It is interesting that he doesn't know what to refer to him as.
We probably should get going.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Hey, what's this? Cafe expansion plans from a million years ago. Oh, I was gonna add a bar. Why didn't you go through with it? You know, the timing was never right. I was busy all day at the cafe, and I didn't want to give up my nights with Lucas, too.
But now,
Are you reconsidering?
I think you
Writing a
are.
business plan for class, a startup for a new venture. The more I play around with these fake companies, the more I'm thinking maybe it shouldn't be just an exercise. I'd always hoped to branch out someday.
Maybe today
Is
is
that
now. Why would that be
Not at all.
nuts?
In fact, I'll be one of your investors. You don't even know what I'm proposing. But I know you, and I know how hard you'll work. Besides, what's life without a few risks?
Oh, is she gonna start stealing things now because she has no money? She totally is. That was not very subtle, though, Brooke.
Excuse me. I need to check your bags.
Also,
Okay.
whenever you guys go out of a store and it
It's
beeps,
a birthday present for me. She's shy about buying stuff like
I
that. Hey, I guess that's part of the turn on.
100% just
Would've
keep
come in and
walking.
check it out
I never, ever, ever stop
I was just
because
gonna take it outside to
I
show you.
know I didn't steal
It
anything,
was perfect.
so
That's your cup. We'll take it.
I just can't be bothered with the holdup. So I just leave. Now, that being said, no one has ever asked me to stop or chased me down or anything, so...
I gotta admit, it's a great car.
Yeah.
You want it?
I knew he was gonna say that. He's trying to... I don't know, is this him trying to, like, get back at Nathan?
Can't buy me. Come on, Lucas, it's not like that. This is what I do for people I care about.
Well, maybe
care about me now?
find a different way.
You don't even know me.
I want to, more than you know.
Alright, so
We
then...
both know I owe it to you.
Well, yeah, we all know that, but...
You almost had me. You know that? Shame on me, right? I mean, I actually enjoyed a date with you. Till now.
Look, I mean, I've never done anything like that before.
Well, clearly, you suck at it.
Right? That's what I was saying.
What?
She was
No.
not subtle.
It's just,
I've never not had money
it was a
before.
mistake, and I'd like it to stay between us.
I can keep a secret.
What are you gonna do for me?
Promise?
You'll just have to trust me.
Well, I don't.
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
You will. Might as well have it. I'm planning on seeing you in it soon.
Not a chance in hell.
You weren't even gonna come inside and say hello?
No thanks.
I'm working. We got a call to come pick up the car. Oh, sure, you're working. You're emancipated now, right?
Yes.
What's the old man still sitting at the table?
I gotta get back.
What?
Hey, I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Could have died.
Dad, we both know that's never gonna happen. Can't you any waste chance if you die?
Okay, just wait. Let's just talk.
About what?
I don't know. How's your wife?
Do you care? And mad at me. Because I bought her.
A lot happier than yours.
Well, yeah. What are we learning?
All right. You see this battery clamp? Well, if it gets corroded, then the current can't get through to the starter, and then you get that noise when you crank it.
Yeah, the noise.
And
Sure.
everybody thinks it's a big deal, but it's not. You just clean it with the wire brush, and you're good to go.
That's
I
so
wonder
cool.
if
My
that's
dad never
true.
taught me this stuff. You didn't want me to be.
I know. Like
He
you.
didn't want you to get grease under your fingernails like me.
Yeah. It's not
That's
your
my
fault,
dad.
though.
That's not me.
I know.
So how did it go at the house?
Oh, pretty much what you'd expect.
Well, actually, it was...
Matter of fact, I think I had so much
better.
fun. I'm gonna go back tonight, and I'm gonna disappoint Haley some more.
But Haley didn't like the keyboard?
Oh no, she liked it. She just wanted to have 4 wheels in the trunk.
What? What are you
I
thinking?
think I might be able to save your marriage.
I don't think his marriage is in trouble.
What do you think of this?
I think it was probably a pretty sweet ride back when dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Yeah, I was gonna sell it for parts, but we could work on it together. Fix it up, and then you can have it.
Oh, that's
It's
nice.
just like a family project.
Yeah, you
Sure.
bet.
Oh! Sorry. It'll take a little longer
fix
than
that.
expected. That was... I don't know why I felt compelled to scream at that. It wasn't, like, that big of a deal.
I want to apologize. That was your money too.
Oh, it's not that, Nathan. I totally overreacted. Partly because I love this gift. And I love you for getting it for me. But partly because we just can't be as careless as we used to be. Not if we want to make this marriage work.
I know, you're right. And I don't know the first thing about managing money. It was just always around.
Yeah, well, at least you don't have that problem anymore.
I want you to keep this keyboard. Okay, you have a talent. You need to use it.
Nathan,
You're keeping it. Besides, there's an old car at work that Keith said I could fix it up.
He's gonna help you?
Yeah.
Oh, I really wanted to keep it.
Oh. It's amazing, like, how happy just Haley being happy makes me.
You didn't want to see me.
He didn't want to see either of us.
Yeah. That's what happens
Remember when
when
he was little? He used to take
you
him to work
act
with
the way
me
you
on
act.
Saturdays. He'd have to get up early, but he didn't mind. He wanted to hang out with his dad. Now I'm thinking it was all a lie.
What does that mean?
If I spent my life chasing the wrong things, Dad.
Oh, well, yeah. I could have told you that.
Money, respect.
Anyone could have told you that.
What if it turns out none of it matters because I lost my family along the way?
It probably... You did.
Can I get it back?
I don't know.
Is it too late?
I mean, I hope it's too late, but I don't know. I mean, in order to get Nathan back, it's gonna take a while. This is not gonna be a 1 or a 2 week thing. He's gonna have to see consistent effort over a long period of time because you abused him for 17 fucking years. So 1 week of making nice is not gonna fix this problem here.
It was such a good space for Nathan and Haley's party.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would make a great club. The only thing is I'm gonna need someone who could run my all ages night. You had a great idea, Peyton, and I know you'd be worth the risk. What do you think?
And you wouldn't even have to do cocaine.
You're right.
About what? It is better naked?
Red Bull is better.
Okay. So let's think. I honestly don't know what's happening with Dan. I don't know what his motivation is right now. I don't know what's real and what's not in his brain right now. I have no idea if he actually truly wants, like, to get to know Lucas right now, or if this is all some sort of, like, a manipulation plan because he's pissed off that Nathan is spending time with Keith, so he's trying to, like, come up with his own Scott-son scenario. I don't know. But he did go out of his way. But he did say that, like, he wants Keith to fire Nathan because if he finds out that he can make, like, a consistent income, then, and he finds out that by doing that he can support his wife, then he's going to continue to stay married to her. Which, again, I do understand being concerned that your 16, 17-year-old son is married, but I don't think that in any way, shape, or form, if he is seen in any way trying to, like, break up that marriage, I don't think that he and Nathan are ever going to be able to, like, put things back together. Even though when they were together, they were a hot mess and awful because they had the worst relationship. But, I mean, at least they had a relationship. And from his point of view, not me, I think it's much better for them not to have one than have the one that they had. But if he ever wants any semblance of a relationship with him again, Nathan cannot think that he tried to blow up his marriage. And I'm actually really surprised that Keith was cool with Nathan buying Haley that keyboard, because he's like, so Haley didn't like it? Like, he was surprised about that. I really see Keith as the one to tell him, like, you shouldn't have bought this in the first place. Like, I'm very, very surprised that he felt like buying it was a good option, I guess. But regardless, I am surprised about that. But I also love the fact that he and Nathan are getting along. I love the fact that he's going to teach him how to fix up this car. I love the fact that he feels like he has a good, role model at this point. It's just great, and I'm so happy with it. And I know that we have heard Haley sort of, like, sing before, but it never felt like something she was really all that into or all that inclined to do. And now all of a sudden it's like, this is her life. It sort of feels a little bit like, I'm also watching Felicity right now, and it feels a little bit like Felicity mentioned in like the first or second episode that she liked art, and then all of a sudden she became like this hardcore artist, and we hadn't mentioned it in like a long time, even though they did sort of lay the groundwork for it, and this feels a little bit like that. I wish we had a couple of more throw-ins of Haley's musical abilities over time, instead of just like one or two teeny tiny little instances before now. But regardless, is she working? I mean, I know she's tutoring, but I'm not even sure if she gets paid for that. But does she have any other kind of a job, or is she just going to school and tutoring? I'm not sure. I can't remember. And what is happening with basketball right now? I know that Lucas can't play right now because of his shoulder, but is anybody playing? I don't know. I can't remember what's going on there. Again, I don't know. But the other thing I wanted, actually there's a couple of things I want to talk about in this episode, but one of the other things is Karen and her professor. It does seem like there is going to be some kind of a romance happening there, especially since Peyton came in earlier and she was like, I'm sorry that the romance with you and my dad didn't work out. So it seems like we're sort of reminding people that, oh, Karen is single, you know, yada, yada, yada. So I wonder if that's going to be like a romance for her. Plus, I wonder if he will be helpful in her with the business expansion and so on. I mean, Deb said that she's going to put in some money. I wonder if maybe he will as well. But I don't know that anybody would, honestly, when she says like, hey, I've decided to, instead of expanding the cafe, I intend to buy this club. And I intend to let a 16-year-old, like, run part of it. Like, as an investor, I don't know that I feel confident in where my money is going at that point. But it also feels like at this point in time, and like, I think this is probably the early 2000s at this point, that every show had somebody buying a club in it. It feels so, like, apropos of the time. But, and I was very surprised that that dude was like, okay, Peyton, you can manage this band if you do a bunch of cocaine. Like, that seems very, I want to say out of character, but it can't be out of character for a character that we've never met before. But it seemed just not right. Like, it didn't seem like it fit properly. So that was a little strange. But I am glad that she didn't. I am very curious. Like, right now, like, I'm most interested in, believe it or not, in Brooke's story right now. I don't care a rat's ass about Felix in Brooke's story, but I am very interested in what's going on with Brooke. I really like stories where sort of characters have always had money and they never had to think about it, and now all of a sudden they don't have it and they realize, like, the value, so to speak, of money. So, and we still haven't seen, like, her parents. I mean, I know that they were mentioned, at least, in the episode where Dan threw, like, the football banquet, and she was, like, getting drinks from the lady bartender, and everything blew up because she was a hot mess that night. And I know she mentioned that her parents always go to that, but I don't think we've actually seen her parents, and we haven't really seen her house or anything until this episode. So I'm very curious what's going to happen. I kept thinking that, like, her parents, like, were evading taxes or they, like, embezzled money or something, but it turns out that the business just is gone, so, and had to file bankruptcy. So I am very, very curious to see what's going to happen going forward, and I'm wondering if this is going to be, like, a situation where Karen sort of ends up hiring, like, all of Lucas's friends. Like, she hired what's-his-face because he needed the baby, because, you know, he needed somewhere to work with the baby. She hired Haley because they've been friends forever. She's hiring Peyton now, so I wonder if she'll just end up giving Brooke a job and sort of, oh, that's where Haley works. Haley works at the damn cafe. Duh. But I'm wondering if she'll end up giving Brooke some kind of a job as well, and that the cafe will end up being sort of like a hangout spot for all the kids because they all, like, work there. But I am very interested to see what's going on with that story in Brooke. I don't care about Felix. I have no interest in him whatsoever. I very much hope that his Doctors Without Borders parents are going somewhere else next episode, but I have a feeling he's going to be around, at least for a little bit. Is that it? And I do hope that Mouth gets some more screen time, because I always enjoy when he's on camera. He's definitely got sort of like a Styles and Lydia thing, it seems like, going on with him and Brooke. So I'm curious to see if that ends up being anything. I don't know. I think I'm going to stop there. I feel like I could keep babbling about Dan and Lucas and how I think that's going to play out and what I think it's going to be, but I'd rather just watch the next episode. So I'm going to go do that. So, hopefully you had a good time. I certainly did. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!